Welcome back everybody. Thank you for joining me for another adventure right here on YouTube. I am going to be starting a new series here on Intrepid World where I show you some of the great bushwalks that you can do within 1 hour of the Perth CBD. To kick things off, we are at the Paruna Wildlife Sanctuary and I cannot wait to take you inside to show you a few tips and tricks to help you navigate your way around this park and to also tell you all about this wonderful place. Alright, let's start things off with my intro and I'll see you all back here in just a moment. G'day mate, my name is Ollie and I absolutely love the great outdoors. I go scuba diving, hiking and camping, care for 2 rescued dingoes and travel the world looking for new places to explore and even get to make new friends along the way. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe because I would absolutely love for you to join me on my adventures right here on Intrepid World. Paruna Wildlife Sanctuary is actually owned by the Australian Wildlife Conservancy and it covers about 1,952 hectares of topographically and geologically diverse ecosystem. It's actually really interesting. If you look just behind me here, right at the start where the car park is, you'll notice this huge chain link fence and you actually have to come in through this access gate, and this chain link fence runs the entire way around the wildlife conservation area to keep out feral cats and foxes, to protect the wallabies and Quenda, otherwise known as the southern brown bandicoot, and other animals like echidnas and possums that live in this area. I noticed on a few different hiking forums that a few people had made comments that the park didn't have very good trail markings. Now, the first tip that I can share with you all today is that all 3 trails actually start out heading the same direction, and then through process of elimination, the trails start to verge off in different directions, which I will show you out on track. If you wish to come for a hike around the Paruna Wildlife Sanctuary, please keep in mind that you need to book in advance on their website, and as of 2024, it costs $11 per person to enter the reserve. Through the research of the Australian Wildlife Conservancy and its partners, they have over 400 peer-reviewed publications that talk about the environmental challenges faced by the Australian ecosystem. When I was talking about process of elimination at the start of the video, this is exactly what I was talking about. You'll notice behind me there is the park map which shows all 3 trails, and then there are the trail markers. Now the possum loop is heading off to your left of screen. That's because it is starting to loop back towards the car park. This is the shortest hiking trail within the park, but I am going to head up the Quenda Circuit. I opted not to use a lot of musical scores in the background of this video because the wildlife symphony in this reserve was just too good. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of the Australian bush. One thing you'll notice as you make your way around the park is that through the process of elimination, the possum loop trail marker has now gone and it's been replaced with a lookout marker. So when you see these lookout markers, make sure you take a moment to head down those trails and check out the lookouts. I have just come across something on this hiking trail that I've wanted to show you all for quite some time here on my channel. This ant that you see right here is Myrmecia, the Australian bull ant, and it has been given the title of most dangerous ant in the world by the Guinness Book of World Records. And I myself have actually been stung by one of these ants before. It was not enjoyable at all, so I'm showing them all due respect, and their nest is actually about 30 meters behind me here on the hiking trail in Paruna Wildlife Sanctuary. Now, I'm actually going to continue on with my hike because this is a hiking video and I'm showing you some tips and tricks about this trail, but I was quite excited to come across that ant nest because it was quite a large ant nest. And I'm actually going to make another short little video about this particular ant because I do know a little bit about them, and I'm going to share it right here on my channel, so keep an eye out for that one, and let's continue on with our hike. Alright, let's go. I must say this is one of the better walks I've been on for rest stops. So as you can see, there's another bench seat here. I've already passed 2 other bench seats and a picnic table, so there are plenty of places to have a rest and just soak in the views. Look at this, absolutely stunning. Beautiful green pasture over on the other side of the hill there. Beautiful scenes of the Australian bush. Love it. There are a lot of stairs cut into the side of this trail. Some people might find them annoying, other people might find them quite helpful, but they actually serve a dual purpose. They're not only here to assist hikers negotiating their way up and down the hillsides, but they also help to stop erosion. This is a very popular hiking trail. It sees thousands of people every year come and visit. So all that pedestrian foot traffic would cause erosion, but more so the rain. The rain would just wash this all out. So these stairs actually help protect the landscape. So huge shout out and thank you to the volunteers that come down and help build something like this. You've done an amazing job. Thank you very much. Found another amazing rest area here on this hike. Got bench seats, got this amazing platform to stand around and enjoy the views. Another picnic table with amazing views. Right now I have made it to the next major junction, so you'll notice there is another park map here. There are also more trail markers, and this is where the process of elimination continues. So you'll see that Quenda Circuit heads off this direction, back down this trail towards the car park, and if you want to do Numbat trail, you head off this direction up the hill. Now, I do think that this map is really well marked. As you can see, this is where we started, and we followed the trail up this direction. We came around Quenda Circuit, and now we are here. But there are also tables marked out on here and seats as well, so you'll know where all the rest areas are, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can see the trail. It's really easy to follow. It's really well marked. There's another trail marker up there, and I haven't really come across any narrow single track. You know those narrow tracks you come across on hiking trails where the shrubs are really dense and kind of grow over the track a little bit? I find those tracks a pain for hiking poles, but there are a lot of stairs here, so if you wanted to bring hiking poles, because this trail is nice and wide, I'm pretty sure you would find it very comfortable to use hiking poles and assist you while out on this walk. Hello, I've just come across a small mob of kangaroos. There are some over the back of that shrub there. There's a few over here. There's this one, which is about 15 meters away from me, and there are some up the hill there. Now, I believe these are western grey kangaroos. They're not the largest kangaroo in Australia, but they are pretty big. The males can get up to about 5.5 feet tall. So they are pretty big, but as I say, not the biggest. That title goes to the red kangaroo of Central Australia. An iconic Australian animal. Probably as narrow a trail as I have seen so far. I was talking about walking poles, hiking poles before, and yeah, this is probably as narrow as it gets. Oh my goodness. Wow, I almost walked straight past that. It's an echidna. What a treat. Look at his little feet sticking out the back. So cool. Wow. Is he sleeping? Or has he just gone into defensive mode because I'm here? So he's kind of tucked himself up into a little ball. Wow, so cool. So echidnas are really cool because they are mammals, but they are part of a very small family of mammals called monotremes. Off it goes. So they are actually egg-laying mammals. There are only 2 animals on the planet that do that. Echidnas and platypus. It's just a little ball of spikes. Look at that. So cool. I just spotted another picnic table. Whoa! Wow. What a great place to have a picnic table. That view is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna have a rest here. So I just did a hill climb, and yeah, I'm gonna have a rest here. This rest area is actually a great place for me to share some more information with you about this wildlife sanctuary. You see, the Paruna Wildlife Corridor actually shares borders with the Wollonga and Avon Valley National Parks, and the Avon Valley River is what is flowing through the valley down below me, and the Wollonga and Avon Valley National Parks are on the opposite side of the river. Pretty cool. I have walked both ways around the loop section of the Numbat Trail, and in my opinion, if you walk the opposite direction around this part of the track, you will find it easier overall. Well, the Numbat loop section of the Numbat Trail has almost come to an end. I actually started just down here below me along the stream, and it wrapped around, went up the hill, came back down, and now it's continuing on through here. Okay, the loop section of the Numbat Trail has come to an end. I've made my way back around to where it began, crossed that bridge and headed off down by the stream, which you saw earlier. But there is a waterfall, so if you want to just head back, you can do so, but you might want to go check out the waterfall. I'm going to take you up there now. Let me tell you, I have seen some absolutely stunning waterfalls in my time, but this one right here, this is the best waterfall I have ever seen. All jokes aside though, this is actually a natural part of the Australian ecosystem. We have these very long dry summers, and our smaller rivers and streams completely dry out, which means our waterfalls stop flowing as well. And we have only just come into winter, so if you came to Paruna Wildlife Sanctuary later in the winter and even into spring, you would probably see this waterfall flowing a lot more rapidly. Something cool to point out though, check this out. It's kind of like a weeping rock. So the water has made its way through some like cracks and fissures, and it's coming out through that hole in the side of the stone. Pretty cool. Okay, that's the Numbat Trail completed. It's time to head back down the Quenda Circuit and head back to the car. From this vantage point on the Quenda Circuit, I'm pretty sure that rocky outcrop on the opposing hillside there is where I stopped to rest at those picnic tables. I'm gonna go check out the monument. Let's go. Okay, that looks like it right there. Interesting. And there's the monument sign, and looks like there's a service road here as well, which allows people access to the area so they can service the picnic table and the monument. Ooh, I'm gonna grab that rock and I'm gonna place it on top. Nice. Beautiful views. Wow. Look at that. This section of trail is a little rockier than what I've been on so far, so mind your step. I have made it back to the final junction. This is where the Quenda Circuit, the Numbat Trail and the possum loop all meet back up again. So earlier in the video, the first junction I showed you is actually just down there. We turned to the right, which took us around the Quenda Circuit. If we had gone to the left, we would have been following the possum loop this direction, and it would be meeting back up here. But now all three trails have converged, and this is the final push back to the car park. As you approach the end of the hike, you turn to the left and you see this stunning lookout up here. So let's go up there and check it out. .360 views of the entire wildlife reserve. That was an absolutely wonderful hike. I thoroughly enjoyed it. What a great way to kick off this new series that I'm starting here on YouTube. So if you enjoyed it, please come back for more, because I'm going to be taking you to other hiking locations all within 1 hour of the Perth CBD. And as always, enjoy life, have a great time, go have an adventure. See ya.